Good to go.
Hello, welcome Knights fans to tonight's varsity broadcast between the Knights of St. Michael Albertville and the Hornets of Edina. Today's game is brought to you by Accord Orthodontics, Albertville Family Dental, Bell Bank Mortgage, McNell Canotech, Coburn's, Community Development Bank, Competitive Edge in Phoenix, Dale's Automotive, Emma's Express, Reese, Leinhardt, and Allen, Patrick Hockey, Jay Becker and Associates, Lazar Graphics and Apparel, Rally Gear, River Inn, State Farm, Like a Good Neighbor. State Farm is there. Derek Brandt is our agent. STMA Youth Hockey Association. Our scoreboard sponsors are Alina Healthcare, Health Source Chiropractic, J&B Group, Albertville Orthodontics, Super Ciders, Roofing and Siding. Our holiday meal sponsor for Mama T's Gear and BJ's Tavern. Today's executive producer is Dylan Kiner. Spotlight operator is Larry Matheson. Our camera operator is Olivia Sutliff. Our color commentator is Ben Monahan. I'm Jeff Story, play-by-play voice of the Knights. Ben.
Jeff, that was a good introduction there. Are you out of breath now?
Yeah, stop and take a breath. Well,
A lot of names you just threw out there left and right.
So Ben, now Edina, correct me if I'm wrong, but are they number 2 in the state?
They are probably number 2 in the state. That's correct. Minnetonka's 1, Edina's 2, Wayzata should be 3, Chanhassen 4. So we're getting Edina in what they would call kind of that, I don't know what it's called. That's going to be for the second champion, for the second seed. So we're getting them on a good time here. Maybe
Light and soft, but right now we got, what do we got over there? We got the Blue Huskies. Those kids came out wearing white jerseys. If you're going to call them the Blue Huskies, they're wearing blue.
Blue jerseys.
But anyways, the Blue Huskies are on the ice here, and they were fired up. They came out raising the roof right away. I got to hand my daughter some money here.
Oh, yes, I do that all the
Can
time.
you that phone here real quick? I don't want to give her a 20. Perfect, thank you.
So we got the Mites of the Blue Huskies over on the bench, and here come our junior captains out onto the ice. Isaac Olson, Connor Lakin, and Calvin Olson out onto the ice carrying the Knights flags.
Those Blue Huskies came out fired up. If you saw them right away, they're excited to be here. That's a pretty cool thing for those kids to be out here, especially when you play Edina. I don't think Edina likes crossing the Crow River, Jeff. They don't like getting into Wright County very much. I don't think they get out of Hennepin all that often.
Well, we don't serve that much cake here, so.
No, we do not. We do not have cake on the menu. That is for darn sure. But they probably rolled in with fur coats, sunglasses.
All right, so the junior captains waving those flags, and no offense meant to the people from Edina. I'm sure that they're all very wonderful people.
How about the Knights coming out first here? Usually we always wait for that road team to come on the ice. The Knights came out, fired up here, excited to get on the ice, playing the Hornets. It's always fun to play Edina, so let's hope we can work hard, give them our best, see what we got inside there. And, again, this is that compete factor. Everybody knows what's probably going to happen tonight, but you find out that character. That's the nice thing when you go play Brainerd on Saturday, Jeff, is Brainerd has not had to play Wayzata, Edina, Eden Prairie, and Minnetonka twice. So when you see their record of 8-16-1, it is what it is. When you see our record, I mean, we're playing 8 of the top 8 games against the top 6 teams in the state. Edina does a little thing here where they'll huddle up around the goal, and then they'll actually send off their whole team but their starters. So their culture in Edina is we're prepping you for the NHL, so they'll only put their 5 starters and goalie on the ice for the national anthem, and the rest of the team goes to the bench.
All right, so we'll have our introduction of starters for the Hornets.
And they are starting their top goalie tonight, Joe Bertram, which is kind of interesting that they don't even give the backup a goalie, or backup goalie a start.
He played the JV game tonight, the backup goalie.
So this is their top D pair in Dexheimer and Peckham. And their top line in Nevers, Mason West, and Bobby Cowan maybe on the other side. Yeah.
Yep. You're right.
So we got 3 Division I commits out here in UMass Amherst. Jackson Nevers will be going to the U of M. And Bobby Cowan is going to St. Thomas.
It's now introduction of your Knights. We'll be introducing our seniors here tonight. As our junior captains come back out here, Isaac Olson, Connor Lakin, and Calvin Olson. So Noah Sutliff will start in goal tonight. And now we'll have introductions of the rest of the seniors. Colin Kingren.
Last home game for these seniors. Last home game this team will play in the building here. Obviously an emotional night for those kids to potentially end their career here tonight playing in this building as the last time to get to skate on St. Michael Ice in a game.
So
as I
introduction.
mentioned, it's senior night, Jeff, so it's interesting. We start our 3 senior forwards and 2 senior D, and Edina starts that top line. So like you said, it'll be interesting to see what we do. But you'd think Edina maybe would know what they're probably getting into, but it is what it is, right?
Absolutely. So our national anthem is played. Lights back on. Well, what a...
Look at those little mics out there, Jeff. They're a couple beauties, aren't they?
We need to keep giving those Wheaties so they keep growing.
That's that age when it's fun.
I talked to Coach.
One of those games where it's a senior night. Been on our 4th line this year. I don't know if that conversation happened or not, but you'd like it to happen. So Edina knows, like, hey, we're sending out our 4th line to start the game because they're seniors. And now you kind of have a matchup here that isn't very appealing. And you'd like for him to still start these kids, which I don't necessarily know if it's happening or not, but it looks like it's not.
No, it's not going to happen. We're going to put out there.
Names announced. You'd like for them to get that opportunity to get the puck dropped.
Yep.
And you'd want a conversation pre-game that says, hey, this is what we're doing, and then maybe they start something different.
So Waller takes the face-off for the Knights. Hornets grab it. Forward they send it into the Knights' offensive zone. Sutliff steps off, sends it behind the net, centered in, though, by the Hornets. Shot and goal on the spin around. Number 9.
Oh, that took 14 seconds. I would do a wholesale line change here. There we go. Get all 5 new guys out there.
That's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, it's not the start you want.
So West on the goal there, the sophomore for Edina.
He's also their starting quarterback as a 9th grader.
Pass up, redirected down to the Knights defensive zone behind the net. Back up to the blue line. Sent from there, knocked away by Sutliff. Lobitz tries getting it off the boards, kept in. Near side corner, tried centering it up there, did the Hornets. Shot on, deflects away. Lobitz able to clear it out. He is a big kid, that number 9, that sophomore for Edina. Look at him, how he towers out there on the ice. Lobitz turns, spins, takes a shot. It goes off of a Hornet. Far side boards, Knights offensive zone. Both teams fighting for it there. Up the ice they come. The Hornets into the Knights defensive zone. Near side corner. Back up the boards from the blue line. Sent. Picked off by Couette. At center ice. It's dumped back in. Hagen sends it behind his own net. Grabbed right there by the Hornets. Quickly sent behind the net. Near side corner. Up the boards to the blue line. Down the boards. It comes. Turns, shoots. Couette was in there to stop it, and it gets knocked out into neutral ice. Hornets with it. Center ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Pass across. Marching forward at the net. Shot on, knocked away by Sutliff. They were trying to get the back door there, and the Knights able to knock it away. Out into neutral ice it comes. Hornets grab it quickly. Turn, spin, back in they come. Centered over. Pass to the near side. Centered to the backside, or sent to the backside. Esterberg there to be able to send it up, but kept in by Edina. They send it down. Esterberg takes it right back into neutral ice. Down the ice he comes into the offensive zone towards the net. Shot wide. He had Antoine trailing on the far side there. Cross stops it at neutral ice and dumps it back in. Goalie steps out, sends it over to the far side boards. Edina grabs it there. Pass across. Stopped by Clark. Clark turns. Pass up for Antoine. Waller there with him and dumped back forward into the Knights defensive zone. Racing after it is Monahan. Monahan back passes it to Clark. Clark off the boards up to Antoine, and down the ice it goes.
Yep.
Near side boards. Clark with the puck. Turns, takes a shot. Knocked away by Bertram of the Hornets. Down to the corner. Monahan there.
Help him. Help.
Off the referee, the puck goes, then behind the net. Vertical pass up into neutral ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Near side shot, wide up and out of the zone into neutral ice it goes. Pass across. Dumped in. Sutliff steps back and stops that puck. Hands it off to Couette. Couette forward he comes. Around one skater. Passes it up.
Deep.
Got it to Esterberg. Came back to Esterberg, and Esterberg dumps it in. Bertram steps back and stops it behind his own net. Hands it off. Broken keeping pressure on. Pass to the near side boards. Long pass up off of Couette's stick it into out of play.
2 minutes of really good hockey there, Jeff. I mean, most of the action was actually down on their end. The main thing is here, when you're playing a team like this, you can see them in the D zone. They're doing that box and one. They're staying compact, but the red line and blue lines are critical that you got to get pucks behind their D. You can't make the game easy on them. You can't turn it over. So when I was saying deep there, it's like, get that thing deep and let's go to work.
Hornets with it into neutral ice. Dumping it into the Knights defensive zone. It goes off a Hagen skate. He back passes it behind his own net. Up it goes. Near side boards. Hogan. Got it to Lobitz. Sent into neutral ice. Right to a Hornet. Into the Knights defensive zone they come. Near side boards at the corner. Sent over to Hogan. Hogan bringing it up and clears it out. It goes off of an Edina skater and into the bench.
We have a problem with those goals in the first minute of the game, don't we? Seems like a few of them now, right?
Yeah, real quick ones right there.
Yeah.
They seem to really settle down once that goal
They kind of
happened.
know the pitch we're going to throw. We should throw him a knuckleball one day and throw him something different.
So the Hornets get it off the faceoff. Their own defensive end into neutral ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone. Dumping it towards the near side corner. Dump and chase. Knights keeping the pressure on there. 4 skaters down there fighting for it. 2 for each team. Dinius got a stick on it. Hornets come out with it. Behind the net. Turn, spin, shoot. Knocked away by Sutliff. Far side boards. Back up to the blue line. It comes out though. Hornets will have to reset. Knights keeping the pressure on there. Dumped back in. Stopped by Cross there. Behind his own net. Far side. Off the glass. Up and into neutral ice it goes. Hornets grab it there quickly. Few quick passes. Across center ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone. Far side boards. Back behind the nets. Near side corner. Back pass. Back behind the net. Far side turn spin. Tries to take the high shot and it goes into the net. You play a team like Edina here, Ben, and they're crisp with some of this passing as they turn and spin that even at point blank range, they can be very crisp with that passing.
Yeah, they're extremely skilled. They're high end. They run 4 lines straight through, which we don't see much throughout the season. So they're going to come at you with every line, and they got talent on every line there. I mean, you got to remember they're the largest youth association in the state. So you got 15 squirt teams, excuse me. So a lot of talent there, a lot of skill work.
So from their own defensive zone, they bring it into neutral ice to the Hornets, dump it in the Knights' defensive zone. Sutliff stops out and stops it, sends it over the far side corner. Braden Waller with it, off the far side boards. Gets to Esberg, who hands it off to Monahan, who sends it into neutral ice. Hornets grab it there, back into the Knights' defensive zone. Esberg gives a check and is able to take that puck away. Monahan gets a stick in it, near side corner. It goes down the boards, back up to the blue line. Hornets from there, shot and goal.
Never saw it. Shot from the point, might have been tipped in front. It looks like the way the Hornets are celebrating, but never. I don't think Sutliff ever saw it.
So it looks like Caleb Pitsley first through that line there for the Hornets.
You got to remember, their Bantam AA team won state last year. 2 years ago, this group in Pee Wee when they were Pee Wee AA's, they never lost a game. They went undefeated, which is pretty uncommon.
Long pass up the ice into the Knights' defensive zone. Back up to the blue line. Sent down the boards. Turn, spin, shoots. Wow. That was a small window that he put that in as he turned.
Phenomenal athlete. 07 phase 1 their draft. Mason West. Stud quarterback. That was one heck of a golden shot there.
Wow. That was impressive.
Yeah. We might need some Hall & Oates to be playing here and the speakers to put them to sleep or something.
I keep telling you, we need to paint that locker room pink or something.
Yeah. There we go. We kicked their center out. That's what it does.
Puck drops. Hornets with it into the Knights' defensive zone. Stopped by Clark. Kept in right at the blue line.
A yard sale going on down there. Guys flying everywhere.
Clark up the boards. He sends it to Kindred. Kindred racing down the ice. Hornets out in front and able to grab it. Behind their own net they go. Long pass up into neutral ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone quickly. Pass to the near side. To the corner. It got past him, so they just grab it. Near side boards. Send it down towards the corner. Send it back in and intercepted and out into neutral ice. But it gets past Dinius and the Hornets grab it. Pass up into the Knights' defensive zone. Tried to center it over. Went off of a skate there. But kept in by the Hornets. Down the boards, into the corner. Dinius grabbing it there. Sending it off the far side boards. Kept in by the Hornets. And the Knights able to disrupt, and Esterberg rainbows it down. Quickly back were the Hornets to grab it. Long pass up, across center ice, into the Knights defensive zone, and a quick whistle there for an offsides. 9:19 left period one. Hornets 3, Knights 0.
Again, like I said, I've said it. It's a broken record, Jeff, but this is a game you're going to find out what you're made out of. You know, it's 3-0. Every kid knows right now what's going to happen today. We're going to find out what kind of compete factor we have.
Into neutral ice goes that puck. Hornets grab it. Cross ice, they send it. Still in the Knights defensive zone. Dumped down to the near side corner. Cross tries to get it forward. He backhands it up into the crowd.
Might have thrown that up into the JV team there.
You are correct. Right where it landed. And they toss the puck back out onto the ice. Waller stepping in to take the face-off for the Knights. Against Vandertop of the Hornets. Hornets keeping it in at the blue line, near side, dumping it down, goes behind the net, far side corner. Both teams fighting for it. Cross able to send it up the ice. Esterberg got hung up there. Puck makes it to Monahan. He sends it forward. The Hornets get it back towards the net. They come. Knocked away. Waller gets it over to Esterberg. Esterberg cross center ice. Esterberg into the Knights offensive zone. Near side boards. He's got a 1-on-2. Hornets grab it. Cross center ice into the Knights defensive zone. Pass to the far side. Towards the net. Pushed to the corner. Tried to center in, and Hagen got a stick on it, but the Hornets keep it in. They pass it down and pass back towards center. And from the blue line far side, Hornets rushing up to keep in. They take the shot. It goes off of Hagen, makes it over to the near side boards. Down to the corner it goes. Broken up by Clark. Clark turns back down to Waller. Waller up to Vokanat. It got past him. Must have touched somebody because it went down the ice. We'll have no icing call. Edina quickly sends it around the boards. Knights got a stick on it. Edina grabbed it back, and into neutral ice they come. Far side boards. Towards the net. Tried coming out front there. Sutliff stood strong there. Makes it back to the blue line. Shot from there. Man, they shield good. Far side boards.
Yeah,
Hagen.
that play that Nevers ran there when he went to the net, those are things we just don't seem to do. You got to get to that paint area. We like to be perimeter players. We like to look cute. And it's not working, obviously.
Puck behind the net. Gets away from the Hornets skater there. They grab it back. They center it in. Gets knocked away to the near side corner. Along the boards. Back up to points. Turn shot, does a wrister there, goes off of Clark. Vokanat dumps it down the ice. Goes into the Knights offensive zone. Bertram just stopped it, handed it off, and quickly up the ice it comes. Hornets have it in front of the net, backhanded right at the goalie, and saved by Sutliff. And oh, here we go. Here we go. There was one shot there and a shot back by the Knights. Warpinski came in aggressive, and Kindred didn't appreciate it, apparently.
I don't appreciate that whatsoever. I don't think anybody's getting a penalty. We're just face off over here. I mean, Edina only's got 7 shots on net, which seems kind of interesting for the amount of possession that's been in the offensive zone for them.
Wet gets it off the face-off, gets it over to Cross to Kindred. Kindred up to Postema. Postema sends it forward for Dinius. It gets away from it and dumps back into the Knights' defensive zone. Cross there, he rainbows it up. Postema gets it into neutral ice and sent back in. Right to Cross. Cross across center ice into the Knights. Offensive zone, takes a shot on.
There we go. We got our
and
shot
cover.
There we go. Crowd likes it. Crowd's into it.
Little cheering from the crowd there, that first shot at goal. .6:14 left, period 1. Drop the puck in the Knights' offensive zone. Far side. Lobit stepping in to take the face-off. Puck drops. Excuse me, that was Antoine. Around the net it goes. Far side, near side boards. Antoine got a stick on there to keep it in. It goes back behind the Edina net. Quickly grabbed by a Hornet. Far side corner. Vertically up they come. Into neutral ice. Flattery had it for a second there. He handed it off. Back up to the blue line. Pass across. Shot from there. Quick wrister. Went off of a Hornet skater. Clark tried sending it forward. Went off of one of the Hornets there. Now the Hornets have it at the blue line. Far side back down to the corner. Tried to set it up. It goes off the backside of the goal. And ends up back behind the net. Over the near side corner. Up the boards. Near side to blue line. Back down. Behind the net. Makes its way to the far side corner. Edina just keeps seems to be beating us to the pucks there. Towards the net they come. Shot high and up into the netting.
Well, I mean, we're out age, we're out size, we're out muscle, we're out quickness, all of those. I mean, you got 5 Division I kids on Edina.
True.
You know, and future Division I kids, as they have one of the best 09s in the state, Freddie Schneider, one of the best 07s in the state, Mason West.
Yeah.
So there's more Division I kids on this team than 5, and we're young.
Shot and goal there.
I mean, that's a University of Minnesota recruit, Jackson Nevers, and you know, yeah.
There's no doubt about the talent there, and I will hand it to Edina. That was class. They kind of congratulated each other, turned around, and worked with like flash and just went back. Didn't do that skate past the bench.
You got some classy coaches on that bench, Kurt Giles, Josh Harding. I mean, they're not going to show much emotion. They came in here knowing what they're getting into. Everybody did. It's no secret, right? Vegas probably had this spread at -9.5 for Edina. All you want is the Knights to walk out of here competing, give it their all, and know that on Saturday we play Brainerd. We don't play Edina, Minnetonka, Wayzata, or Eden Prairie. We get to go play Brainerd. So we hope that the games we've played over the last 2-3 weeks has prepped us to go play Brainerd. That's what you want out of this.
The last time we played Brainerd, I believe we had a win in overtime, if I remember right.
Yeah, 3-2. I think it was the first game of the year. Let's hope it's not the last game of the year.
Collette gets it off the faceoff in the Knights' defensive zone in the corner. Gets it over to Vokanot. Vokanot coming towards the center. Gets to Lobitz. Lobitz to Hagen. Hagen forward across center ice. Dumps it in. Near side corner offensive zone. Lobitz beats everybody down there. Got a stick on it. Taken away by the Hornets. Near side boards. Quick pass up. Down the ice they come. Into the Knights' defensive zone. Pass down to the corner. Back behind the net. Up to the blue line. Pass across. Shot from there. Bounced off of one of the Hornets' skaters. Kept in. Wow. And dumped back down. Behind the nets. Towards the far side. Back up towards the blue line. Pass down to bounce off the boards. Taken over to the far side corner. Hagen keeping the pressure on. Hogan joining him. Towards the net they come. Towards the center. Knocked away. Lobitz comes out with it. Dumps it into the Knights' offensive zone. Change of skaters for the Knights. Kindred putting the pressure on. Off the far side boards. Pass across near side into the Knights' defensive zone. Centered in.
That's a poor job by 22 there. He's going to go off on a line change because he's pissed. But as a defenseman, you can't get beat as the kid goes to the net. Like, that's your job, is to stay on that kid.
So 5th goal for Edina at the 3:27 mark left in period 1. 11 shots on goal, so pretty much every 2 times that they actually get a shot on goal right at the moment, they're getting a goal.
Yeah. The worst thing about this thing is it's 5-0 already, and we still got 2 more periods of this. The Minnetonka game was only 3-0 after 1, so this doesn't have not a good future here with this thing. They are. That means the kids will hit the shower early tonight with running time in the third period.
So our executive producer, Dylan Kiner, with that little fact there. Dinius bringing it into neutral ice, has it stripped away at center ice, dumped back into the Knights. Defensive zone, Sutliff. Hands it off to Cross, far side off the boards, to Erickson off the referee. Edina grabs it, knocked away by Clark into neutral ice. Edina dumping it back in. Coming in just under the netting on the glass portion. Far side, near side corner, behind the net. Centered up, right in front of the net. Backing up towards the blue line. Sending it across, far side boards. Pass across to the near side. Behind the net to Cross. Towards the corner, off the far side boards. Erickson got a skate on it, and Edina dumps it back down. Puck makes its way over to the near side corner. 2:20 left in the period. Clark kicks it over. Now sends it with a stick around the net and out into neutral ice. It's in the Knights' offensive zone, but Edina quickly clears it out across center ice into the Knights' defensive zone. Far side, Couette stops it there, and Esterberg sends it forward into neutral ice. Edina tries to send it forward. Dinius picks it off. Dinius into the offensive zone. Puck got just a little bit up too far out in front of him, and Edina gets it quickly back and into the Knights' defensive zone. Right towards the net they come. Turn spin. Backhanded shot there that just missed. Esterberg sends it up and out of the zone.
That was West for the hat trick there.
Right.
One thing about Edina, Jeff, is they just keep going. They're up 5-0, and they're still pounding it into us here.
The energy level that they bring is just incredible. It's a kind of a thing of beauty.
Well, yeah, it is. It's the culture they have is fun to watch.
From their own blue line, they come forward. They send it forward after one of their own skaters towards the net, centered over.
That pass didn't need to happen. He made that pass for the fun of it.
Behind the net, far side corner, back up to the blue line. Pass across near side. Rister from there tried to get the redirect. It was knocked away. That shot was stopped by Cross coming in. Cross bringing it forward into the offensive zone. Cross, far side boards. Cross centering it over, trying to get to Waller. Shot there by Esterberg and save by Bertram. So less than 1 minute to play, 43 seconds to be exact in period one. Hogan takes the faceoff for the Knights. Far side corner, Volkanot sends it off the boards. Edina grabbing it into the Knights' defensive zone. Shot on, knocked away by Sutliff. Centered in, shot knocked away again by Sutliff. 27 seconds to play. Edina grabs it quickly. Far side corner. Obitz puts the pressure on, but it's sent forward, back to the blue line, across the point. Forward it comes, near side boards, back to the blue line, pass across. Rister from there, knocked away. Centered back in. How he centered that in there, that was, wow.
Wave the icing off to get to the second period here.
So that's the end of one period of play with the Hornets up 5-0. 13 shots on goal for the Hornets, 3 shots on goal for the Knights. That was a very efficient period there for the Hornets. They come, you better bring everything you got and then some, because they are talented, they are big, strong, and they are fast. And there's no reason that they're in the number 2 team, in the state, and that they are always fighting for the titles. Tonight's executive producer of Knights hockey is Dylan Kiner. Our color commentator is Ben Monahan. Our spotlight operator was Larry Matheson. Our camera operator was Olivia Sutliff. I'm Jeff Story. play-by-play voice of the Knights. We'll see if we have any of our junior captains show up here to be interviewed. If they do, we will get that done. Otherwise, we'll be back in about 10 minutes to bring you period 2. One thing I'll say about the Knights is they are fighting and fighting and fighting, and they will continue to do so. It's something you can always be proud of a Knights fan, the effort they bring. I'm not seeing any of our junior captains, so at this point, we're going to pause the broadcast, and we'll be back with you in 10 minutes as you watch the Zambonis go across the screen. As you see our sponsors in the lower right corner, make sure that you pay attention and please give them your patronage for sponsoring Knights hockey. And by the way, we thank each and every one of you Knights fans for watching and supporting Knights hockey on the Global Hockey Network. We appreciate each and every one of you. You notice that I keep talking, Dylan, just to see if anybody will come up here, any of these junior captains, but I'm not seeing them. So with that, we'll say we come back in about 9 minutes to catch the second period. We thank all of you Knights fans for watching on the St. Michael Elberville Global Hockey Network. They might be one of them here, so nope, apparently he went past. So come back in about 9 minutes and 10 seconds to join us for the second period of play. Thank you all for watching Knights hockey. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello and welcome back, Knights fans. Get ready to start period 2.
Before this, Aquaphor, make sure you turn your mic on.
How about now?
There you go.
You ever use this stuff? This Aquaphor.
I've had the lotion before, but not a chapstick.
This is like high-tech lip gloss. It lubricates your lips to perfection.
I will have to get some of that.
Aquaphor, it's called. It's like, yeah, Dylan knows about it. See?
All right, 2 endorsements.
This is no flavored chapstick. This is like high-tech lip. Lubricates your lips with fragrance.
Outstanding. Outstanding.
We might have just gotten a new sponsor for next year. Aquaphor, maybe.
See if we can pull that off for next year. Yeah, you were asking about the backup goalie, Spindler. He played the JV game, the whole JV game.
Number 1 did? Really?
Yep. Yes, he did. So both teams break away from their benches, out into the ice.
Edina comes out with their same line. 4-7 or 4 and 7 at D. Peckham Dexheimer with West, Cowan, and Nevers, and the Knights counter with Esberg, Waller, Antoine, Cross, and Couillette.
Puck drops into the Knights' offensive zone. Bertram steps out and sends it to the far side boards. Antoine there trying to get it forward. Gets it to Waller. Puck is taken away by the Hornets. Forward come the Hornets. Pass off of Waller's stick in. Rainbow down into the Knights' defensive zone. Cross down there along with the Hornet. They center it in. Broken up there by Couillette. Gets it up to Antoine. Antoine had it, lost it, comes back to Couillette. Hornets grab it back into the Knights' defensive zone. They come. Centered over. Shot from there and goal. Another one of those quick goals.
Yeah. Bobby Cowan.
You cannot leave any type of gap for them. They will find anything. We play a team that's this skilled. Puck drop. Right towards the net and covered by Bertram. That's a team that you leave them any kind of opening at all, and they'll just take it. They're too skilled to give them any type of opening.
Well, the main thing about Edina is they just keep going. They keep coming at you. There's no lull. Minnetonka didn't really try against us the last time we played them. Wayzata kind of gets checked out early, but Edina just does not stop.
That is an impressive thing to watch, too. Lobitz dumps it over far side. Behind the net, sent by the Hornets to the near side boards. Knights fighting to keep it in. It's a good lesson for youth to watch these Hornets play and how they bring it. Pass across the near side, shot and save by Bertram. Hogan with that shot there for the Knights.
And you'd like to see a little bit more with that shot there. Like, it's great to get a shot on net, but he had space. Take it. Try and make a better play than just an alley-oop, kind of a lollipop type shot to the starting goalie for Edina here. So, but it's a shot on net, Jeff, right? So,
Diddy is taking the face off for the Knights. Hornets come out with it off the far side boards and neutral ice into the Knights' defensive zone. Far side towards the net they come. Shot deflected away. Centered up again. Deflected away by Sutliff. Behind the net goes wraparound and in. .15-12 left period 2. And the Hornets score another goal to go up 7-0. Puck drops. Waller on the faceoff there. Antoine gets over there quickly. Hagen dumps it back to Cross. Cross off the near side boards. Cross center ice. Come the Knights into the night, or come the Hornets. Pass over and whoa, he missed a really open net there.
Yeah, a couple extra passes. Edina putting those on right now to make it look a little bit better, trying not to run up that score as much as they could.
Pass
that
forward.
was a D1 recruit or Minnesota commit there that gave up the wide open shot.
That would have been his hat trick there if he would have got that, I believe, wouldn't it? Doesn't he have 2 goals so far? Back up to the blue line. Esterberg knocks it forward into the Knights' offensive zone, quickly tracked down by the Hornets. Waller, however, jumps it, keeps it in at the blue line. Waller with a wrister, it gets knocked away by the Hornets. Hornets send it forward. West gets it over. Passes it up, centered over and broken up by Couette. Down the ice it comes. Esterberg into the offensive zone. Towards the net he goes, right in front of that. He is shot. Oh, and Waller was right there, but it got past him on the rebound. Hornets quickly up the ice into the Knights' defensive zone, near side. Behind the net. Far side corner, up the boards. Hand off there, right towards the net they come. Back behind, try the wrap. Turn, spin, shoot, knocked away by Sutliff. Near side corner, Couette sends it behind the net. To the far side boards. Hornets quickly over there. Grab it. Behind the net they go. Turn, spin. Hand it off. Near side turn, spin, shot. Knocked away by Sutliff. Back up to the blue line. Lobitz keeping the pressure on, and he's able to knock it into neutral ice. Volkanot coming forward there quickly. Puck makes it back to Couette at neutral ice. Gets it forward to Hogan. Hogan to the offensive zone. Hogan over to Lobitz. Lobitz sending a backhand, trying to get it to Volkanot, and it gets past him. And the Hornets clear it into neutral ice. The Knights grab it right back and come back into the offensive zone. Hornets stop it, clear it out. Stop by Cross at center ice. Puck sitting out there, and Couette gets it over to Volkanot, who sends it down. Bertram steps out from the net, stops it, and sends it over the near side boards. Hornets quickly up and into neutral ice, cross center ice, and into the Knights' defensive zone. It gets past Sutliff as he stepped to stop it from the blue line there. Got away from the Hornet, and the Knights send it behind their own net to the near side boards. Cross. Handed it off there. The Hornets take it back, and they will have to reset there as it came back in. Out and in it went. Postema with it. Near side boards, defensive zone. Has the puck taken away. Couette got it. Passed it off. Got it back from Kindred. Couette dumps it in. Down the boards, around the net, behind. Near side boards, out into neutral ice. Into the Knights' defensive zone. Come the Hornets. Centered over, broken up. Kept in at the blue line. Back pass there. Broken up by Hagen. Tried to clear it out, but the Hornets keep it in. Turn, spin, shoot. Knocked away. Dinius ends up with the puck. Behind the net he goes. Vertically up. Pass up for Antoine. It got out in front of him, and the Hornets grab it. They dump it back in. Clark with it. Clark. The long pass up the ice and an icing. 11:02 left, period 2.
The one thing that you notice about Edina is, like, people always talk about chipping pucks deep, dump and chase, whatever. Like, Edina gets the puck deep better than any team out there, and then they go work. It's not a dump and chase team. It's just that might be the play, that shift that I got to get that behind their D, and I got to go get first touch on it. But when you watch them, they really, really get pucks behind our defensemen and go to work hard.
They are
impressive for a skilled team.
Yeah, it is very impressive to watch. They are very skilled. Up into neutral ice. Antoine trying to get it forward. Makes it back to Cross. And over to Waller. Waller to Antoine. Knights doing everything they can to try to get forward to the offensive zone. Makes it back into their own defensive zone, and we have a stoppage of play. We have a penalty on the Knights there. I thought I saw a slash on Antoine. 10:36 left, period 2. Waller steps in to take the face-off. Far side boards, blue line. Pass over the near side. Down to the corner, back up to the blue line. Sent over to the far side, back up to point. Down to the far side corner. Back up to point. Pass over the far side boards, marching towards the net. Shot and save by Sutliff. That Cohen has
this was the line change for a new power play at 2 minutes, and they just put 5 new guys out 22 seconds into the power play.
That Cohen has a quick wrist shot. That thing is quick.
We didn't change our killers at 22 seconds, which we should be having fresh legs out there killing against their fresh legs on the power play.
Puck drops. Back out to the blue line. March towards the center. Pass back over. Knights doing everything they can to get that away, and Waller gets it out into neutral ice. Waller able to get it forward to himself. Braden Waller towards the net. He's got a 1-on-2, takes a backhanded shot. It goes wide, and he gets taken out there. No call. Hornets quickly into neutral ice, into the Knights. Defensive zone, near side boards. Pass over to center. Forward, down to the far side corner. Back behind the net. Up the boards, near side. Up to point. Pass across far side boards, marching towards the net. Shot. Ricochets off Sutliff and sent down the ice.
Killer should be racing to the bench right now.
46 seconds left on the penalty. 9:18 and counting in the period. Dyna setting up, sending it forward. Comes forward to Couette. Couette sends it off the far side boards and down into the Knights offensive zone. Esterberg keeping pressure on there. Esterberg able to knock it away. It's just him down there. Back behind the net, Didius quickly coming up. Into neutral ice come the Hornets. Knights defensive zone centered across. Nobody there off the far side boards. 8 seconds left on the penalty. Pass across, shot, and goal.
I believe we had a defenseman on the ice for 1:57 of that penalty kill. Not many teams are able to do that, especially when you're 5-19.
So the Knights, with about 8 seconds left on that penalty, end up giving up a goal to go down to 8-0. Couette gets it off the face-off, sends it off the far side boards, down towards the net. Bertram steps out from his net, sends it behind it, up the near side boards. Hogan able to grab it there at neutral ice. Gets it to Couette, Couette to Bocanon dumping it in. Makes it around the net. Lobitz takes a hard shot into the boards there. And an offsides on the Hornets. 8:13 left period 2. You know, Hornet is an appropriate name for them and how they play, because they're like that Hornet that doesn't go away. It just keeps coming.
They're like that mosquito that bugs you in July as you're sitting at the cabin.
They just keep coming and coming and coming. It's
drinking a Diet Coke and eating a marshmallow.
Near side boards, Lobitz sends it down the ice. Icing. You know, you said something earlier that stuck with me in regards to size. You know, size, speed, strength, all that. You look at them and just you can see the age difference and the size difference
The age, the size, the speed, the strength, it boils down to the off season of how many days are our kids in the weight room getting bigger, stronger, faster versus how many days are the Edina kids in the weight room.
So
the season ends, our kids need to get to the weight room 4 days a week.
Behind the net it goes. Near side boards. Knights offensive zone. And into neutral ice. Monahan grabs it there. Sends it off the far side boards. Hornets grab it. They rainbow it right to Sutliff, and he held it too long. Stoppage of play. I shouldn't say he held it too long. He just was trying to turn to drop it, and they stopped play. So drop the puck in the Knights. Defensive zone. Edina is stepping in for the faceoff. Puck drops. Behind the net it goes. Cross-fighting for it there, along with a few Hornets from the blue line. Rister sent. Edina takes it off of his leg. Kept in at the blue line.
For cross-check once the whistle's blown here.
So see if we can get a stick on it here, and we do, and there is the call. So we'll see who's going in. Looks like it's going to be Kindred.
Interference.
So 2-minute penalty at the 6:58 mark here. That's tough when you give a team like this that kind of an advantage. Puck drops. Makes it up to neutral ice. And
Wow, what a play there to keep the puck. Unbelievable.
Near side boards. Knights defensive zone. Back up to point. Far side. Back up to point. Sent it from there. Rister off the rebound. Shot and goal.
You know, and one thing to keep in mind here, Jeff, as we talk through this is, you know, I just kind of dawned on me. You got Alex Hernandez walking here, injured. You got Owen Westerman injured.
Johnson.
Jack Johnson injured. Caleb Waller left the team. That doesn't even count the kids that could also still be here as juniors and seniors. So just another thing to keep in mind here when you're talking about how young this team is and what the future of this program might look like. There's still a lot of positives to take.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure. We're throwing 4 freshmen out there against the number 2 team in this entire state.
It's pretty hard to, when you got 4 or 5 08s trying to play against plus 2 09s.
Yep.
I know for a fact Edina has 109 and 108. That's it. We have 5 to 6 08s and 2 09s. So
Couette sending it forward towards the net there off the faceoff, and it comes out to neutral ice. Couette able to track it down in his own defensive zone. Forward he comes, across center ice. Into the offensive zone, far side, stops, spins, tries to center it over. Edina jumps it quickly. Up in neutral ice, they send it. Coming back is Esterberg. Esterberg's tackled from behind. No call. Near side boards and up into the netting. Esterberg looked like he had the beat on there and was out front. It looked like he was kind of pulled backwards, but
I would agree. I would have thought that could have been a holding penalty.
Under 6 minutes to play in the second period here. Unless the Knights can quickly score 3 goals before the end of the period, we'll have a running clock for period 3. Puck drops. Edina with it. Far side corner, back behind to the near side. Along the boards. Down behind the net it goes. Back up to the blue line. Far side sent over near and ricocheted off the back wall. Back and forth that puck goes. Monahan gets it up to Bateson. Bateson tried to send it back to Monahan, and it was jumped there by West, I believe. And Knight's able to get a stick to send it out to neutral ice. Centered up, and Sutliff able to just jump on it there. You cannot give them an inch. Mason tried to do that quick ricochet off the goalie there with a hard shot there, but luckily Sutliff was able to cover there. 5:10 left, period 2. From the far side, along the wall, shot on, it's wide. Lobitz clears it out into neutral ice, dumped back in by the Hornets. Behind the net, handed off to Cross. Cross turns, up he goes into neutral ice. Passes it forward to Lobitz. Lobitz off the boards, around behind the net, far side boards. Volkanot gets it behind the net to Lobitz. Lobitz tries to do the wraparound inside. Lobitz!
Started by getting that puck deep, got behind their defenseman. We got first touch on it there with Owen Volkanen in the corner. And he's to a goal. Remy Lobitz with the goal. Should be Remy Lobitz from number 21, Owen Volkanen.
So that's the exact effort that the Knights were looking for. And Remy Lobitz, man, that was quite the effort there. Behind the net, far side boards. So Lobitz from Hogan and Volkan out there to get the Knights on the board, down 9-1. Hogan stepping in to take the face off. Neutral ice, far side dot. Edina coming out with it. Near side boards, down. Sutliff stops it behind the net. Wet gets it there. Edina has it along the far side boards. Down they pass it, back behind the net, centered up. Shot knocked away by Sutliff. Lobitz off the glass, down the ice into neutral ice. He sends it. Backhanded by the Hornets forward into the Knights' defensive territory. From the corner, pass back up to the blue line. It makes it out to neutral ice.
That was a good call. They're both at the bench. They're both getting off. Our fans love to yell.
Yeah, that's
the same one every time.
All right, so dump back in by the Hornets into the Knights' defensive zones.
Speechless there, Jeff.
Yeah, that was, you left me speechless. That is true. Sent off the ice into neutral ice and dumped in by Esterberg into the offensive zone, near side corner, behind the net. Esterberg putting the pressure on there. Hornets turning up the far side boards, diagonal pass across. Knights, you can see, have a little more pep in their step here. Antoine tries sending it forward. Hornets grab it back and they dump it into the Knights' defensive zone. Hornets grab it right towards the net. They come. Puck just sitting out there. Clark grabbed it and dumps it down the ice for an icing call. 2:54 left, period 2. There was a whole group of skaters as that puck sat out there, and they were all kind of looking around for it, trying to locate it there. Clark was able to see it first, grabbed it, just dumped it down the ice to reset things. Puck drops. Wide shot there. Far side boards. Edina sends it down to the corner. Tried to center it in and broken up by Cross. Hornets grab it. Far side back up to the blue line. Rister from there. Shot on. They screen better than anything any team I've watched this year.
Yes. Well, they get to the paint. They get to that gray area or that grade A scoring area, and that's what it takes. You got to get dirty. Got to get gritty.
Hornets with it, their own defensive zone. Near side along the boards. Esterberg keeping the pressure on for the Knights there.
They have what you would call cute perimeter players that play really hard. That's what you want.
Into the Knights' defensive zone. Hagen keeping pressure on along with Cross. Up to the blue line. Pass across. Down to the far side corner. Behind the net they go. Centered in. Knocked away by Waller. Esterberg with the puck across center ice. Passes over to Waller. Waller gets to Kindred. He takes the shot. They come at Bertrand and they take out the net. Knights bringing a little more intensity as the game goes on here. So drop the puck in the Knights offensive zone on the far side at the 1:37 mark here of period 2. Down 9-1 are the Knights. Puck drops. Dinius on that faceoff for the Knights. It goes right across in front of the goalie there to the near side boards. Up and out into neutral ice. Knocked behind and into the Knights defensive zone. At a 3-on-1 there. Luckily the shot was wide. Sent behind the net. Handed off there. Comes out right in front and Dinius grabs it. Clears it out into neutral ice. Sends it over for Postema. Has it knocked away.
That's a cross check if I've ever seen one, but no call.
Towards the net shot. Boy, that rainbowed at a weird direction. Comes down along the far side boards. Mokanot with the puck, far side corner, sends it behind the near side boards, kept in by the Hornets. Down they send it towards the center. They come, turn, spin right at the net, knocked away by Vokanot and Couette right there. Hornets send it down to the corner, back up to the blue line quickly. Rister from there. Knocked away. Clark sends it around, near side. Comes to Postema. Postema up into neutral ice. Henry dumps it into the Knights offensive zone, and we have a whistle. We have an icing call there. 28 seconds left. Period 2. Knights are down 9-1. 27 shots on goal for Edina. 7 shots on goal for the Knights. Hogan takes the face-off. Edina gets it quickly and takes a wrister. Saved by Sutliff. 25.3 seconds left. Hogan gets waved off. Lobit steps in. Puck drops. Blue line quick shot. Deflected away by Sutliff. Makes it over to the far side corner. Clark gets it up to Vokanot. Vokanot tries getting it forward. Towards the net come the Hornets. Off the boards. Back up to the blue line. Brister from there. Out in front. Knocked away. Still fighting for it. Both teams. Puck just sitting out there and the clock runs out. Yeah, I will say that what valuable experience because, look at that shift there. You got 2 freshmen out there. Seems like every shift or every other shift, freshman, or freshman.
Correct.
Just.
Correct. Yeah, that's that age, speed, size, strength, the whole works.
The one thing that the nice thing with the valuable experience being that they're young age is that they'll be able to build on this and get their
Correct.
nutrition, keep eating, keep working out. Most freshmen are going to be able to be built into some big boys.
I think we got a couple kids that want to get interviewed here, Jeff.
All right.
The junior captains, you want to do it, or you want me to, or what?
Well, I will give you the pleasure here.
All right.
Well, let's get the.
Who are the 3 junior captains? These 3 right here. Come here, buddy.
All right, I'll get my headset off.
You are? All right, Isaac. Take the throw that headset on. Tell me if you can hear me through that hair you got going on. Can you hear me? Say something.
Hi.
There we go. I can hear you too. All right, Isaac. We got to look right at the camera here. And tell me, what team are you on, Isaac?
STMA scored C.
And what position do you play?
Defense.
Defense. And how's the season going? What's your most memorable part of the season so far?
We've been doing pretty good. We've been doing a lot better than my last season.
Have you?
Yeah.
And do you have the best hairdo on the team? Does anybody have better hair than you?
I don't know.
You don't know? I mean, that's all the hockey hair they got going on, right? Have you scored any goals yet this year?
Yeah,
Yeah, you got a go-to celly that you do?
the hair
Like, what do you
slick.
do what's that?
The hair slick.
The hair stick? That's awesome. Who's your favorite NHL player?
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Marc-Andre Fleury. Nice. You want to be a goalie or what?
No.
No? All right. What do you got left of the year? What do we got left? We got districts coming up or anything? We got playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good luck in your playoffs. Let's get Connor Lakin. Give Connor Lakin the mic. Connor, can you hear me through that stocking cap you got going on? What's with the red? We got a lot of red here tonight. You guys cheering on the Eden Prairie Eagles or what? All right, get up here. We gotta look right at that camera. See that camera right there? That one right there. See that thing? You got it? Good. Can you hear me? You can hear me through that stocking cap? All right. What are you drinking there? What do you got?
Water.
Water? Good. Stay hydrated. Connor, what position you play?
Right wing.
What's that?
Right wing.
Right wing. All right, perfect. Do you ever get to play left wing?
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes. And what's your most memorable part of the season so far? What's been the most fun?
Scoring a bunch.
Scoring a bunch. You score a bunch? How many goals do you score?
I don't know.
You don't know. Have you had an out-of-town tournament yet?
What?
A tournament where you went out of town and you stayed at a hotel
Uh-huh.
and you played knee hockey and you probably got in trouble in the hotel because you guys stayed up too late running the hallways and then the hotel staff got in trouble or got mad at you? Yeah, has that been your most fun? Where was that at? Do you remember?
In Fargo.
In Fargo. Yeah, there we go. Take it to a whole other state. Who gets in trouble the most on the team? Who's the biggest troublemaker? Somebody's volunteering back here. This kid. What do you got coming up next? You got district playoffs? Yeah. You got a go-to celly you do? No. How about your favorite NHL player?
Kirill Kaprizov.
Kirill Kaprizov. Nice. All right, give the mic to Calvin Olson. Calvin Olson. All right, here we go. We got more hair coming up here. Calvin, come on, stand up here. Look at the camera. Say hi. Who do you want to say hi to? You want to say,
I don't know.
You want to say hi to anybody in particular? No?
No.
Okay. Calvin, what's been your favorite part of the season?
When we stayed at a hotel in Fargo.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What position you play?
Defense.
Defense? Awesome. And have you scored any goals yet?
Yeah.
You got to go to celly? Like,
The
what did
bow-
you do when you scored?
The bow and arrow.
Did you do like you did the broken arrow? What about the heart? You do the heartbreaker? That's where you go down on a knee and you like make a heart and then you punch a hole right through it. You got to do that next time, okay? Or the selfie stick? Throw your glove up on your stick? No? Okay, sounds good. Who's your favorite NHL player?
McDavid.
Who's that?
McDavid.
Connor McDavid? Awesome. Hey, who's this kid behind you? He looks like he's made for TV. Is he your teammate?
Yeah.
Hey, let's get him the mic. Let's get him on here. This kid's got blue all over his lips. Looks like he had a blue Powerade earlier. Maybe some type of popsicle. What'd you have, a blue Powerade today?
Yeah.
Are you on their team?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Colin.
What's that?
Colin.
Colin?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
Center.
Center? And who's your favorite NHL player?
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid?
Yeah.
What's been your favorite parts of the season?
Getting in trouble at the hotel.
Staying at the hotel?
Yeah.
Who got in the most trouble at the Fargo Hotel?
Isaac.
This guy right here. Yeah. You guys play knee hockey in the hallway?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it's all about. Cause ruckus, have fun, right? You ready for district playoffs? How are you guys gonna do?
Yeah. I think we're gonna do good.
Are you gonna do pretty good?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Good luck the rest of the year. Colin, have fun. Thanks for joining us, buddy. All right. Thank you. That's your Squirt C, Isaac Olson, Connor Lakin, Calvin Olson, and Colin something. And they had fun in Fargo. They got playoffs coming up. They had an absolute blast. So that's what it's all about, folks. We'll be back here for the third period shortly. Anytime, sir. Hey, anytime. Thank you.
balanced nature. Some of it's actually top play.
17 minutes on the clock here. Getting ready to start period 3. Knights are down 9-1. 29 shots on goal so far for Edina. 7 shots on goal for the Knights of St. Michael, Albertville.
Yep, you got a whole pharmacy over here.
Yes, my
You got
Dill
some
Ranch.
Dill Ranch, some water. You ever put Crystal Light or Mio in that water? The Mio is fantastic.
Got my Diet Mountain Dew. Puck drops. Edina bringing it into the Knights' defensive zone. Broken up by Dinius. Ludeman sends it down to the corner. Ooh. I think that might be a boarding. Dinius hard into the boards.
You know, you like the respect though that 18.
Yeah,
gave
he's
Dinius right away. I mean, it was.
Yep.
Are you
Yep.
okay? I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, that was definitely for sure that he stopped and gave him the respect and checked on him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That was classy. Might have been also another case of it sounded worse than what it is. But we'll see. And I think that is the case because Dinius is staying out there too. So, all right, so we're just waiting here. Puck drops. Dinius sends it around behind the net, near side boards. Waller there. Cleared out by the Hornets. Through neutral ice, into the Knights. Defensive zone. Towards the net, centered over. Gets past everyone. Dinius gets it back to Couette. Couette behind his net. Long pass up to Esterberg. Esterberg across the ice to Waller. Waller into the offensive zone. So we got a 5-minute penalty here. 4.5 on the power play. Left, passed across the ice. Near side. Pass to the far side boards. Back up to point. Forward it's sent in. Cleared out by the Hornets down the ice. Cross. Passing it up. Waller coming forward through neutral ice. Into the offensive zone. Behind the net. Shot on. Deflected away by Bertram. From the blue line. Sent down. Behind the net. Dinius with it in the near side corner. Back up to the blue line to cross. Taken away by the Hornets. Through neutral ice. Into the Knights defensive zone. Pass across. Shot wide. Near side boards.
Jeff, these power play guys have been out for 1:35 right now. And it just doesn't work in this level of hockey to be out there for 1:40.
His legs got to get awful tired there. So 3:12 left on the power play.
2 kids right now are putting in a 2-minute shift here.
Esterberg into the offensive zone. Puck gets away from him. Off to the bench he goes. Vokanot with the shot on. Hogan redirected. It goes behind the net. Grabbed by the Hornets. Far side boards. Long pass up the ice. Monahan with the puck. Forward he comes. Neutral ice. Pass it off to Hogan. It gets past him. And an icing call.
Case, but
13:24 left in the period. 2:33 and counting, running on the running
I think
clock.
Hogan thought Owen Volkin was right there with him to catch that pass. With running time, this 5-minute power play is going to turn into about a 3-minute power play.
Hogan stepping in, take the face off. Puck drops out to the blue line and out into neutral ice. Edina just going backwards and they dump it back in. Sutliff steps back, grabs the puck, hands it off to Clark. Clark, forward he comes. Up to Vokadat. Vokadat dumping it into the offensive zone. Edina quickly clearing it out. 140 and counting on the power play, and down the ice they dump it. Sutliff stopping it, and Edina coming down fast. Lowitz back to Clark behind his own net. Over to Hogan. Monahan to Vokadat, and Edina grabbing it back and dumping it back in. Clark grabbing it behind his own net, 117. Over to Lowitz. Lowitz.
And now you got to go get first touch. Let's go.
And Edina dumping it back down the ice. Watch how quick. It's amazing how fast they come down. 4 guys. Boom, 1 guy's just there.
And how lazy our guys are.
Guys don't seem to be looking quite as quick, that's for sure. Shot on there by Monahan. It goes wide. Back out to Couette. Couette backing forward. 41 seconds left on the power play. Monahan dumps it into the offensive zone. Near side at the boards. It gets past Vokadat out to neutral ice. Edina with it behind the net, short-handed. Knocked away by Vokadat, but one of the Edina Hornets gets up there, and Monahan dumps it into neutral ice. Dump back in, and we are going to have a high stick. By the time we drop,
I would do a drill I actually did with our peewees when I was coaching. And I'd put everybody in the goal line, and I'd set the timer, and I'd tell them to skate as hard as they could. And when they couldn't skate it hard anymore, stop. And it's amazing how many kids stop 30 seconds into that drill. We have kids out here putting a 1.5 minute, 2-minute shifts in consistently. You can't skate hard for that long, and you can't play against Edina. You might be able to play that way against like certain teams, but not Edina. Should be 40 seconds hard and get off the ice.
into neutral ice is the puck. Into the Knights defensive zone. Edina back at full strength. Shot on, and Sutliff covers.
They're up 9-1. And the best 09 in the state is still going to the net hard every shift.
They bring the pressure constantly
They do.
and with force. Like I said earlier, it's impressive to watch. It's a thing of beauty. Ross sending it over to the far side boards. Kept in by the Hornets. Forward they come. Centered over. Shot knocked away by Sutliff. Down the boards it comes. Hornets dumping it forward. Broken up by Ludeman for the Knights. Edina sending it around the boards. Near side corner. Hagen takes a shot as he gets it over to cross back to Kindred. Kindred takes a shot as he sends it forward. Bateson able to be disruptive, and Kindred put it forward, but it goes into the Knights bench. Oh boy, and a little scuffle breaks out there in front of the Knights bench. One of the Edina skaters came past right at the back of Kindred and knocked him. He's actually the one who's skating over to his own bench. Kindred thought it was the other skater and shoved, and a few more shoves, and next thing you know, the scuffle broke out. All right, so referees just separate them. We'll continue to play. One thing is clear, though, in order to make a run in these playoffs, the Knights are going to have to dial up some discipline. I left you speechless.
Jeff, I completely agree with you. I think we're beyond the discipline part. When you have kids putting in 2-minute shifts consistently, you're past that. I'm sorry.
So from the blue line shot, high, near side corner. Once again, they had that great screening there out in front.
Yeah.
You can see Sutliff kind of looking for it, but luckily it went up and high.
Here. Edina comes right back at you. They just don't stop. I mean, you take talent and work as hard as they do. You wonder why they're number 2 in the state. They have D1 commits, but it's not like Minnetonka with 9 Division I commits and whatnot. I mean, they are a skilled team that plays blue collar kind of hockey.
So Waller with the shot on there, knocked away by Bertrand. Puck's behind the net. Both teams going at it there. Back behind the net, the puck goes. It's like a broken stick for somebody. Up into neutral ice. Dumped into the Knights. Defensive zone. Sutliff stops it there. Gives it off to Couette. Comes right towards his net. Turns back towards the corner. Passes it over. Hagen to Esterberg. Esterberg.
That's not going to work.
I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to pass it right to that Hornet there, but did. Back up to the blue line. Wrister and save. It's kind of one of the few times they weren't screening right out there in front. So drop the puck in the Knights. Defensive zone. Near side. Hogan stepping in to take the face-off for the Knights. Puck drops. Monahan grabs it. Behind his own net he goes. Far side. Pass over to Lobitz. Lobitz. Pass up to Volkanot. Volkanot. Through neutral ice. Volkanot tripped. And we get the call there.
And we put out 4 of the same guys that were just on the ice for 2 minutes. Jeff, I left you speechless.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching as their body language as they're skating forward there.
They didn't even line up for the face-off.
So Esterberg stepping in to take the face-off here for the Knights. He gets it back to Couette. Couette takes the wrister. It goes high. Far side boards. Waller stopping it there. Sends it down to Dinius. Dinius around the net. He sends it to the near side boards, and it makes its way up to neutral ice. Knights will have to reset. Waller with the puck. Pressure kept on by the Hornets there. Waller passing over to it.
Penalties for him consistently. 17 and 15.
Around the net it goes to the near side. Stopped there by Esterberg. Esterberg coming towards the center. Passes across to Couette. Couette with a shot. It goes off of the Hornet. Sends it down the boards to Esterberg, and it rolled up his body and into neutral ice. Lobitz into the offensive zone. Taken away and dumped forward by the Hornets. Hornets into the Knights defensive zone. Couette able to knock that away. 1 minute left on the power play. Gets it up to Esterberg. Esterberg coming forward into the offensive zone. On the far side, he gets pushed into the boards, and another Hornet sends it back around. Dinius stops it there. Off of a few skaters. He has it. Knights will have to reset, and there'll be an offsides call on the Knights.
When those 5 guys are on the ice and they get a penalty called on them with 9-1 game with 6 minutes to go, I'd leave those 5 guys on. They earned that opportunity down 8 to play on the power play. Instead, we have the same 4 kids go out there for another minute and a half shift, and, well, yeah.
Into the Knights offensive zone it goes. Near side corner behind the net. Hornets send it off the far side board. Stop there by Clark. Clark down the boards he goes towards the corner. Towards the net he went. Had it stripped away, and Hogan gets over there to get a stick on it. Hornets back at full strength now. Behind the net is that puck. Hornets come out with it. Forward they send it into neutral ice. Quickly they come into the Knights defensive zone towards the far side. Centering it in, broken up by Cross. Off the far side boards, it goes kept in by the Hornets, and we have a whistle. Looks like a slashing on one of the Knights. Must have been behind the play because I didn't see it. So the Knights go on to the penalty there.
That's that undisciplined play, that frustration that we talked about. Not going to work when you go to Brainerd.
So Postema stepping
nice to
in.
see Edina here put out. I think they got this fourth line on the ice here right now.
Yeah, you're right.
No, well, Michael Rissau certainly not on the fourth line. Actually, might be a little slap in the face to Michael Rissau right now, as he's a Western Michigan commit.
Shot on and saved by Sutliff. So we got the running clock here, 1:29 and counting on the penalty, 2:01 left in the period in game. Puck drops, far side, down the boards. Marching towards the center, pass to the near side at the blue line, making it back to point. Ricocheted off the back wall, makes it over the near side, and Erickson just dumps it down the ice right at the goalie. Long pass up the ice. Into the Knights defensive zone on the near side here. Shot on and knocked away by Sutliff. Shot from there and up into the netting.
Pretty classy move, though, by Edina, not putting out their top guys here at the end. Not something you can say about how Minnetonka played us.
Very true.
Again, you got to tip your hat off to Kurt Giles for doing that. This game probably could have been worse.
Puck drops. Far side corner, back up to the blue line. Edina sends it across to the near side, marching towards the net. Centered shot and knocked away by Sutliff. That was an impressive recovery by Sutliff because that was a hard shot that came in there quick. Near side blue line, down the boards. Towards the net, sent forward. Puck just sitting out there and knocked away by Waller. 30 seconds to play. Knights back at full strength. Back behind the nets. Hornets with it. Far side, corner. Passed over to the near side. Shot from there, knocked away by Sutliff. Down it comes. Tried to center in. It went off of Tangen, actually. Riley Tangen getting in for the Knights.
You got bottom for just keep coming.
Puck just sitting out there.
By Sutliff.
And Ludabin able to send that away. And that's the end of the period of game.
Finished there by Sutliff, huh? Pause in there at the end.
Altercation here. So the Knights drop one 9-1 here. 37 shots on goal for Edina, 9 shots on goal for the Knights. And a few of the players there. Kindred not happy. Someone needs to just kind of take him over to the door and just get him off the ice. Door's right there.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, I coached 10 in a couple tournaments. He's a classy kid. He's a great kid. Just a dumb move. Just a dumb move. But it's been coming. It's been coming. Just
yeah, and it appears the referees just took Kindred over there and just pointed him right off the ice. And I'm not sure what had happened or what was said, but cooler heads are prevailing now, and teams are going through the line.
But honestly, by some of those Edina kids to still shake hands. I mean, there's nothing that's going to come of it now. You'd like to see the entire Edina team stay out there. Captain Jackson Evers right there in the middle, making sure he shakes everybody's hands. Our team has nothing to complain about there. That was an uncalled play.
Well, it's nice to see them all just meeting out there, just talking. So the Knights will play again on Saturday in sectionals at Brainerd. Looks like that's a 1 o'clock game there up at Brainerd.
I'd be curious to see what they do for 5. They might have just given, might be another player that we're missing on Saturday now. I don't know what they're going to do. They're obviously they're ready.
Brainerd at 1 o'clock Saturday. We'll see if
trip to the Whitefish Chain, Cross Lake, Gull Lake, hit up Zorba's.
Beautiful.
All that fun. This is it for the home broadcast, huh?
Outstanding. Well, we'd like to take a moment and we'd like to thank Dylan Kiner for his producing of all the Knights games. Dylan's done a great job. He also produces hockey, and he also broadcasts EA Sports, I believe, for the high school and the state high school league. So thank you, Dylan, for everything you've done. I'd like to thank you, Ben, for joining us on the broadcast throughout the season. I'd like to thank Fuzz Sutliff for bringing us quite a few of the away games, and hopefully we'll be able to bring us the game on Saturday. Take a moment and thank Eric Smentz, who operated the camera a lot through the season. Olivia Sutliff had handled it for the rest of the season, along with Kelly and a bunch of squirts and some other players too at different times. Definitely like to thank
me, Jeff. This was a blast.
Absolutely, we very much appreciate it. Look forward to next season and calling games with you. And with that, Ben, we'd like to wish everybody a great night, and we'll see you on Saturday. Thanks for watching exclusive coverage of Knights hockey on the St. Michael Overville Global Hockey Network. Appreciate all of you Knights fans.